Hello friends, good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Please welcome back to videos. Please do subscribe for my videos on YouTube on this account Suresha Chian. I have few videos here, and if you request for any new videos, I will create the videos and I will mail to your mail address and I will host it on my YouTube at free of cost. And please do visit on my website suresharao.com. And also, if you have any if you would like to request for any new videos, please send me a mail on mailme@suresharao.com. Please do send me your feedback, suggestions on my mail ID mailme@suresharao.com. I'll create new videos. Thank you. So today we are going to discuss about, it is our virtual machine. Okay, so today we are going to discuss about file operations, file permissions. So whenever I type ls, let me open my terminal, and whenever I type ls or ll is nothing but ls long list format. Ls minus l you have used, right? So it is nothing but ll. On desktop I do not have any file. Let me go to my home directory. See, whenever I type ll, I have few files or some directories on my home directory currently. Okay, so it is named in such a manner that there is one 10-bit code here, and there is the username and group which he belongs to and name of the file or directory. Okay, so what happened is this 10-bit is nothing but it represents your file permissions. See, you have D, W, RX, something, right? So what is this file permissions and how it works? Let me explain you with an easy example. Currently it looks like this: D or WX or W dash or dash W or something like that, right? It looks the same way. Like, say for example, a.txt is our file. It looks like this. That means to say the very first letter, this D, it represents what kind of file it is, file type. Okay, if the very first letter is D, then it's a directory. If the very first letter is just a dash, then it is a text file. So it's a directory. And next, if it is dash, it's a text file. And like that, you have C, D, E for devices and L for link, like that. L for link, symbolic link, and D for devices, like that. Okay, so the very first letter represents what type of file it is. And next you have read, write, execute, right? So what is this? So the very first three letters which represents the users. So these three letters represents the user, file permission given to the particular user. And the second one represents the groups, and the third bit which represents others. Okay, so what is this group? What is the user? As I explained you in my user videos, if you are not watch the video, please go and watch that video. I have a video in that I have explained how to create the users and groups, and also I have explained what is group and how to add that group user into different groups and all. Let me explain that concept once again here for your quick and better understanding. There are two users. One is called user 1 and user 2, and there is user 3 and there is user 4. So totally there are 4 users. This user belongs to HR, and this user belongs to sales team, and this user belongs to HR again, and this user belongs to marketing. Now what happens is, whenever user 1, this user, whenever he creates a file, he can access that file. Okay, so but whenever he gives the access permission to the same group, So since user 1 belongs to HR group, if he gives permission to access for HR group, all other users who belongs to the same group can access. In this case, there is another user who belongs to the HR group, user 3, so he can access this file, whereas user 2 and user 4 cannot access since they becomes others. Neither the user nor the person who belongs to the same group. Okay, so now the file which a.txt created by user 1 can read that file, he can write into that file, he can execute that file if it is a script. Whereas other people who belongs to the same group, in this case who is other people, only user 3, he can read that file, he can write that file, whereas he cannot execute that file. Others, in this case user 2 and user 4, all other users can only read that file and execute that file, they cannot write onto that file. Okay, now my company policies has been changed. So what I have to do is, I want to remove execute permission for all other users for this particular file. So in that case, what I can do is, I can change the file permission, or else for group I want to remove the write permission, or I want to give execute permission, whatever it could be. Okay, depending on the company policy, or it could be your requirement. So depending on your requirement, you would like to do these changes. So how we can do that? Let's go back to our virtual machine. Okay, so now here let me create a file called abcd. Okay, abcd. So let me edit that file, abcd. Sequence of 10 a.txt. Okay, I have created a very simple text file, a.txt. Let's see how it is. Okay, a.txt I have created. Okay, so now next my task is, go to ls-l and see the file permission of that a.txt. a.txt user has, see, the very first letter is dash, that means to say it's an ordinary text file, and user can read this file, he can write this file, but he cannot execute, whereas groups and others can only read this file. Okay, now my company policies has been changed, so I want to give write permission for this file for the users who belongs to the same group. Let me show you one more thing. Go to id. I have two users in my system. Go to cat, open this file, passwd under etc. So what happens is, see, there are two users, one is CentOS and another one is Krishna. So CentOS belongs to the CentOS group and Krishna belongs to the Krishna group. Okay, but what I done is, I have created one more group. In my last video, what I did was, I created a new group called HR and I added Krishna into that group, and also I created new user, I added CentOS user also into the same group. See, Krishna and CentOS both belongs to the same group, that is 502, or what we call it as HR. Okay, now what I want to do is, now this file can be, see, a.txt, ls-l a.txt. okay, this file, okay, ls-l a.txt. okay, see, this file user can read, write, but the people who belongs to the same group, who is the user? Root. The people who belongs to the same group cannot read or cannot modify. In this case, if I want to give write permission, so what I can do, let me log in as Krishna here. See, here I logged in as root, okay, and here I logged in as Krishna. Where is the file? That file is in Krishna home directory. Okay, now let me access that file, a.txt. See, I cannot access, even though, see, now type ls, a.txt file is there, but I will try to add something into that a.txt. cat. What happens is, if I do not have the, I have read permission, so that's why I can read this file. Now I will do something, sequence of 10 sequence of to a.txt. I would like to add some more lines to that file, but I am getting an error saying that permission denied. Why? Because of this reason, this file can be accessed by write by root the user, only read for group users, only read for others. Now this person root has been created this file, and Krishna is trying to access that file, so Krishna will become as others for this. So obviously he do not have write permission to that file. Basically this is the concept. So now how we can achieve this? So to achieve this, what we have to do is we can use ch mode. Ch mode is nothing but change mode. Okay, so ch mode for others O, for user you can use U, for group you can use G. Please remember, for others you can use O, for group you can use G, for user it is G. For others I want to give, I want to remove, plus or minus. Okay, I want to give write permission for a.txt. See now for a.txt, other users, any user can write into that file. Now Krishna, what he will do, the same user will execute the same thing. Now I will write into that file. See, I can write. See, this is the new line. Echo. Hi, I added new lines to the file created by root. So this I will add to a.txt. See, now if you see that a.txt, Krishna can add some data into the same file. So basically this is how it works. Okay, so the same way ch mode can be used to give user, remove write permission for user, or give write permission for group, like that. Anything can be done. This is one method. If you want to remove for user, execute ch mode once. If you want to do some changes, execute ch mode once again. If you want to give write permission for others, execute one more time, something like that. This is what we call as absolute method of changing file permission. We have another method called, where is our gedit window? I think I have closed. Okay, yeah, it's there. So we have another method called numerical method. So what is this numerical method? How it works? See here, in this case we have read, write, execute, read dash dash, read dash dash, right, in our case. So that means to say we use 4 to 1 concept, you know, right? A binary number system, 1 2 4 8 16 32 64 128 256 512 102, like that. Okay, so these 3 bits we can call it as 4 to 1, 4 to 1, 4 to 1. Okay, so this is user, and this is group, and this is others, right? This is how it looks. Where it is, where is our window? See, this is how it looks, right? ls minus la.txt. So we have done some changes now, rws, whatever. Okay, so this is how it looks. Now let me go to our same text editor. So what I can do is, okay, we'll change it. Okay, so now what I want to do is, for group, remember I want to do so many things at one time. For group I want to give write permission. For user I want to remove execute permission, and for others I want to remove write permission, and also for others I want to give execute permission. So I have 3 or 4 different operations which has to be done with the same file. In this case, what we can do is we can use numerical method. And please remember, in real-time environment, most of the times we use numerical methods. Okay, so what is this numerical method? So right now in this particular file, for user 4-bit is enabled, we have write. So 2-bit is also enabled, W is enabled, and 1 is also enabled. So user has 4 plus 2 plus 1 is 7, access number 7, level 7. Okay, group has only read is what? 4. It doesn't have write, and he doesn't have execute permission. So 4 plus 0 plus 0, this will become 4. And when it comes to others, he has read permission, that is 4. He has write permission, that is 2. He do not have execute permission, that is 4 plus 2 is 6. Okay, so this user has the access of 746. Okay, now what I want to do is, for user I want to give for group I want to give write permission. For group I want to give write permission. Okay, so and next for user I want to remove execute permission. For user I want to remove execute permission. And for others I want to remove write permission. And for others I want to remove write permission. And for others I want to give execute permission. Like this I want to do more than one task in one step. So when I convert this into the numbers, what it becomes? 4 plus 2, 6. This will become, user will become 6. This will become 6. Okay, and this will become 4 plus 1 is 5. Okay, so that means to say I want to change the file permission into 665, right? So this is the concept. Please go through this video once again if you have not understood the concept. Once again, this is the concept. So for every user we have 3 bits, 4 to 1. So whichever the bits which are enabled, just add the bits. 4 plus 2 6, 6 plus 1 7, like that. So whatever the permissions you want to give, once you give the permission, how your output has to look like, do that with your file and convert that into number 665. See, now what I will do is, so that is my requirement. If I see ls-l minus a.txt, so currently I have something like this, right? So if I change chmod 665, which is 665, right? Let me double confirm once again. Yeah, it's 665. So if I change the file permission into 665, it has to looks like what we had discussed. See, read, write, read, write, read, execute, read, write, read, write, read, execute. Let's see, let's compare with read, write, read, write, read, execute. So this is how to change the file permission. So we have two different kinds of methods. One is called absolute method, another one is called numerical method. Okay, so and one more thing you have to remember is, whenever you create touch b.txt, c.txt, d.txt, or whatever, any files whichever I create, what happens? See, a.txt, b.txt, c.txt, all these texts are creating with the same file permission. See, read, write, read, all of these files have the common permission. That means to say, you can easily tell that there is somewhere a default permission or default configuration which is set in your Linux system, that is forcing these users to create new files with this permission, right? Yes, that is what we call it as umask. See, once you type umask, you are getting something called as 0022. So what is this 0022? This is nothing but the default permission or the default configuration which is set in your computer, that whenever an user creates a file, it has to be create with this file umask -s. Okay, let me try with capital S. Yeah, see, so that means to say user always create with read, write, execute, group always create with read and execute, others always create with read and execute. So this, as this information already set in your umask, so that is why always it is displaying. So where is this information? Go to cat/etc. There is one file called /profile. Go to that file. See, somewhere you can see that umask file here 022. So if you change this file, like if I change this to 033 or 055, 044 or something like that, automatically next time whenever I create this new file, automatically the file will be created with the given permission or given configuration. Okay, So this is how it works. Or even you can also search the same file at your home directory. Cat, go to your home directory, bash rc. There should be one file called bash rc. So you can search there. There also you can find the same information, how it has to be created. Okay, so we'll have umask in one separate class if possible. I'll explain you umask and ACL, access control list, in my separate class, where we are going to discuss about set UID, get GID and sticky bits, how to give special permissions for each and every file and all other details. Okay, this is how we can create files and we can change the file permissions in Linux environment. Thank you for watching video. Have a great day ahead.